guys, they put on a really good show tonight as well. They've dominated Port, which is quite a strong map for the side of Vasco. And at the end of the day, you know, it was really close on Ankara as well, right? That was only 10-8, easily could have gone into overtime and stuff like that, but it was not quite enough. So Vasco Esports, shout out to them. They get that first win, and they're one step closer to picking up some extra placements here in the CFSI 2024.
Yeah, I mean, given that the format in the group stages is going to be a single round robin, you still have more chances. You're not knocked off instantly. House, they did put out a really good fight for Vasco Esports. They struggled a little bit, I would say, on Port, but at the end of the day, they were able to take the map on Compound to wrap this series up in their favor. And a shot from MG, he has waken up.
Oh yeah, MG's online, he is awake, and I believe Vasco are going up against Bicep Gaming later on today as well, by the way. So they're going to need to be awake if they want to play well up against them later on. But yeah, still, after all, you know, he's able to come in Compounds, have an insane performance, and get the job done. It's still a very close match, though. I wouldn't be surprised if Cara House, you know, they regroup, have some talking time between themselves, and try to come back stronger for their next match themselves.
Yeah, for Cara House as well, I mean, having to play on the first day, it does build up a lot of pressure on your shoulder in some way. Somehow they were able to handle it in a decent manner. I mean, they did end up losing the series, but every single map was only so close. So as long as they keep this performance up, then I do see a chance of Cara House being on top of the leaderboard as well.
Well, let's go ahead and take a look at the set summary. As you see, we were talking about MG a lot. He did pick up some insane numbers for himself. Beside of Cara House, Stola, once again, you know, he's kind of that very reliable clutch guy that will pick up multi-kills, gets the highest KD on his team. As see, Action also having some pretty good KD. At the end of the day, 10-8, 10-6, 10-6. So same amount of rounds as our first series, same amount of maps. As today has been very back and forth and very hard to call on who's actually going to be taking these victories. And Fefe will pick up the match MVP.
Yeah, I mean, definitely well-deserved by him. He was the entry fragger for Vasco Esports. He was able to plow through left and right. But yeah, we're going to be taking a look at some of the highlight reels by our MVP, Fefe. I mean, especially on the map of Ankara, he really has to clutch it up for his team. Some way, somehow, this scene right here, getting the triple kill, saved his team from getting out. So definitely a lot of weight being pulled by this man right here.
Yeah, insane shot through the wall there as well. I mean, he always finds himself in these spots where he has to be the one to clutch it. He's a guy that has so much experience, and he's also the IGL for this team, so he's got a lot on his shoulders, but he's able to shoulder it all, and that's why he is our match MVP this time around. So we are going to be hearing from him in just a moment and get to hear about what he thought about this match, you know, his thoughts about the future of Vasco here at the CFSI as well.
Yeah, I mean, same goes to Cara House. Like, they had a decent performance as well, but at the end of the day, it was Vasco Esports to come out on top. 10-8, 10-6, 10-6. If you say it was pretty close, it's definitely pretty close. If you say it was pretty far, then 10-6, definitely one of the far scores, you can say. But surprisingly, for the first day, the first halves, almost 5 of them out of 6 have been 5-4 or 4-5. So looks like we're ready to interview our MVP Fefe. So let's bring him up to the board.
Definitely a lot on his mind, a lot to prepare for as well, so we don't want to keep him
Too long.
all day long. Yeah, so we'll maybe hear from him in the future as well if they do end up getting that win over Baisha. But first, we are going to go to a break, and then we will have Pacific Macta up against unKnights for our third match of the night. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Hello Crossfire Esports fans, this is the CFS HQ. I am here to introduce the point system that will be newly applied in 2024. We will dive deep into the detailed structure of this new system. The CFS 2024 point system. We are very pleased to introduce the new point system, which has been designed to invite competitive teams to the major CFS tournaments. Regions with professional leagues will decide the teams that will advance to the CFS Summer Championship and the Grand Finals based on the team points earned in each season. The points will be distributed differently according to the team's final standing of each season. In other words, teams will obtain their opportunities for the major CFS tournaments by summing up the points they earned in each season. We expect this structure to give more solid motivation to all the teams participating in the professional league. In addition, considering that each region has a different league structure, the point system will be suitably modified according to each regional league circumstances. Next, let's find out how the CFS 2024 point system is applied in each regional professional league. First, let's check the system for China. The 10 esports organizations affiliated with the CFPL will receive different points based on their regular league standings of the 2 seasons in 2024 and their final playoff standings. After the end of both seasons, we will calculate each organization's accumulated points to select the teams that advance to the major tournaments. Firstly, the teams ranked 1st to 3rd in the point system will be invited to the CFS Summer Championship 2024. After the Summer Championship ends, the teams will be divided into 2 groups based on their point standings for the CFS 2024 Regional Finals, China. The teams in the same group will compete each other to survive, or not to be eliminated. The teams will compete for the final seeds of the CFS 2024 Grand Finals through the Regional Finals playoffs. Next, let's check the system in EU, MENA, and Brazil. both regions will have the same point system structure. The point distribution table based on the final league standings will be the same as that of other regions. However, it makes a clear distinction between the other regions by applying the same point system to the CFOL, the regional second division league. Of course, the amount of points that can be earned in CFOL is insufficient compared to the first division league. It means the teams in the second division league need to maintain a very good performance throughout the year to get a chance to advance to CFS major tournaments. After the end of both seasons in 2024, the teams ranked from 1st to 4th in the accumulated point system will advance directly to the regional final. The teams ranked from 5th to 12th place will advance to the regional qualifiers, the sub-qualifiers of the regional finals. In addition, teams ranked 1st and 2nd in the CFS 2024 point system will be invited to the CFS Summer Championship. Finally, let's look at the system structure for Vietnam. Vietnam region's point system also has the same structure as the other regions. Teams will receive different points based on their final standings of the 2 seasons in 2024. However, the point system will not apply to the CSC, the second division league in Vietnam. Same as the other regions, ranked 1st and 2nd teams in the CFS point system will be invited to the CFS Summer Championship. Teams ranked from 1st to 4th in the accumulated point system will directly advance to the CFS 2024 regional finals. And the teams ranked from 5th to 12th will begin their journey to the grand finals from the subordinate tournament, regional qualifiers. So far, we have briefly explained the CFS 2024 point system. Please keep an eye out for which teams from each region will make it to the CFS major tournament with the CFS 2024 point system.
He hasn't made life easy on himself. Pushing through the smoke against ZQ. No trade to be found from Zhui. Du was down the bottom as well. So here's where it starts to feel possible. Oh, gamers, you just can't let this happen. 3-on-1 for sure. That was the worst 3-on-1 I've seen from them in this event. 3-1v1 for a team.
Today's matchup, we have wrapped up match number 1 and match number 2 in a swift manner. Baisha Gaming was able to take down Evolution Power 2-1, and then the last match, it was Vasco Esports to take down Cara House 2-1 as well. We're left with 2 more matches to go, which is going to be Pacific Manta versus unKnights and Baisha Gaming versus Vasco Esports. So let's take a look at some of the previous highlights from match number 2. So bring that up on the board, please. But in the meantime, do want to speak a little bit more on top of that.
And this is what Cara House would have done kanina. Eh talagang hindi na siya nakagalaw. NBA from the back! Mangkuha kaya siya. Siya pa ang nadali. Sinang na lang kaya dito. To clean the mess inside of A.
Nice
Sinabuto sana ngayon ng Lions. Kasi medyo delikado na yung optima nila nakikita. Ngayon ang close up na yung lokasyon kasi bumaril.
Nice!
Kaya naman po din.
Makapasa na ng A-side, we have a clear NBA on photos ng...
Definitely. Flash ngayon ang ibang mga players. Pero
Ayun na nga, 3 versus 2. Lamang na ang RKE, pero lamang ang PM sa support. Nice! Justin with a 2K over. Hindi na mag-isa.
Planet out. Gervin walang katakot-takot. As he gets swung by Justin, total kill. Naghirap ata. Crazy. Grabe ang mga ano. Sinakuha dyan si Justin at
Hindi pa rin napapasukin ito, pero mukhang nanggugulo itong sinibes.
pero wala na oras. Masyado matagal ang pasok ng Q9.
Nice!
For ngayon, on a worst VT scenario, we'll catch you watch. I'm on the second one right now, pero yung nga yung spray mo din talaga tumama. It's all up to Lucas. As magkoconnect pa para sa kanila, nag-connect on the side of Pacific Macta, pero out the remaining sa side na CRH. Ano magkoconnect pa para sa kanila? Kinakabahan sila, wala silang makikita dito. Kahit isa pa yung mga players dito ng PM. Diyos ko, nawawala nga sila isa-isa. Pero puti ka ito, 2v1! Yume, yun na lang natin!
naman somehow ni Aldrin nasa kanila yung pwesto kanina and now dito obviously medyo pagbibilang pa po pero kita mo na lalaban pa naman yan
Pero at least pushing out 1v1 goal is nowhere to be found. Wala siyang idea at all. Pacific Macta mo, ubusin na niya. Si Aljo nakabawi pa. Kita na 2v2. Kita yung tip mo.
slow na siya
Okay din.
sino natamaan ng ace? Oh siya pero konti na
Pero ito na yung pagpasok ka nila. Aljo nakabawi.
Revenge Stone nakapitas na lang isa Patron tumapad pa 80-15 muna mama
Sa super low. 1v2. 25 seconds in on the clock right now.
now retry mula kay Rambo
But Kimbo knows exactly kung nakaka ng Sir Chip.
hindi na muna unahin mo hindi na muna very far from home okay but now alam na nila kasi nagkakain makuha ni Revenge yung nag-defuse ng bomb pero mas bukod kaya say taken down Aldrin as well Revenge not down Revenge still has Revenge meron pa nice shot from Revenge YJ is now out and Revenge with another quick scope buhay na buhay pa ang goal dito ni Revenge gusto pa ng isa
Nice!
Pacific Manta, the team from Philippines, their roster only looking so strong. Enva, Justin, Aldrin, ZYK Revenge, and King. Enva giving us the Korean hearts. That's didn't expect that, but definitely appreciate it.
Yeah, very nice to see. I love the players being active on camera and just being happy and showing off that they're having a good time. This is what this is about, right? The whole esports thing, the whole gaming thing. Everybody good, nice little waves. You like a little
Spread the love.
little bit shyer. Revenge. Love the
Absolutely
hair.
Correct. Yeah, the hairstyle on point for sure indeed. But let's take a look at the team stats from Pacific Manta. Especially got to take a look at the KD. 1.51 from Aldrin. This man has been clutching it for his team. But this team in general, though, was very strong performance on both Blacklist and Global Risk side. Obviously, Blacklist just a little bit better. But it looks like we're going to be going on to the contender of Pacific Manta. That's going to be unKnights.
but the trade is at least there for unKnights. But Pietro, he's going to try and hold the line by himself. Good for one snare. Can he secure the trade? Pietro runs out of bullets. But
Little throw on. But he's only able to find his one. And now it's going to be
Might be the next target, and he is just holding in mid, but oh, he's gotten both.
on the stacked boxes here outside of the bridge. But Pietro, that flash, it's not going to be timing from back there. Gets the re-peek as well. Pietro finds two from underneath, and this should be the
Three players looking at you. Spoxy's got another one. And Pietro,
Pietro just snuck through that smoke, and Encore didn't even have a chance to take him down, and this is just looking like
got the success because he slipped under Alucard. Oh god.
Flex wants to go through the smoke. Has pretty much single-handedly won LCK that round.
go right into the trap here of Flex and Raph and MKZ.
Spraying for one, only Alucard answering as well. Pistol pulled out, MKZ will close it.
Oh no, this could just fall apart. They're just playing one-on-ones. This is just becoming a problem. 16 seconds, last bullet's coming in, but MKZ! Seal the deal here. Leaving it down to the 1-on-2 now with Beck with 10 seconds remaining. Can he do it? He's just trying to burn the clock as much as possible. Oh my goodness!
This guy this season has really stepped up in a huge way. I mean, he's already up to 13.
This is good real estate. This is good positioning. Oh, they're not going to swap this. They're going to have no idea trigger this. I don't know what game they're playing, but they just can't seem to find each other. And there it is with Beck with a clutch finally.
Gainer to get one of his own as well. They're going to try and pop towards the site, but the head glitch angle is a beaut.
Going to be is just clearly not working out. They are getting outclassed on that side of the map. Take a 10
towards the backside of the GR spawn, and Beck, look at this forward position and mid, great timing on the wraparound flank. He's able to find very low on HP, so unKnights, if they can play their cards right, there's a chance to win this back. And Beck, he might have just found that opportunity, already finding himself 2 kills. You can see Snock wants to go for the trade.
They can find another flash here to cause a little bit of a problem, but that's such a nice shot from...
Yeah, a lot of it is pretty difficult to find this retake. He spots the shoulder of both players. That's so much information. He's going to go for the wide swing. Yes, he is. Doesn't matter. HTZ kind of going back to their tried and true here. HTZ and Jin, a double perfect position to try and stall, but actually gets caught.
Having doubled away now as well. It's starting to be closed down. Applauding gets a freebie. Those stocks their score. Surely unwinnable for HTZ.
Yeah, never count him. But surely these 4 kills have been enough for him to get things done, to get things moved over. HDZ still alive.
That is unKnights, and they're getting ready to take on Pacific Macta here in their first match. These guys very, very strong in West, and once again, they make a big tournament. So, you know, first time I saw them, I wasn't sure if we'd be seeing a lot of them, but we just keep on seeing these guys. They keep on making it, and they absolutely deserve this spot.
Yeah, I mean, they're constantly showing up on the global stages, and especially a lot of efforts given up by a long-time veteran, Pietro, followed by MKZ, Beck, Kiko, one of the newer names to me. But it looks like his performance seems to be on point as well. And to wrap that up is going to be Hades, HTZ.
Yeah, HTZ. Certainly a guy that you do not want to find yourself on the opposite side of his sniper rifle, because far range, close range, clutch moments, non-clutch moments, he will find you. He will kill you in the game. It's pretty incredible, as Kiko doesn't have any stats.
Yeah, hence is why it does feel like a newer name to me, but at the end of the day, he's part of the roster, and maybe that's him being part of the roster also shows why he is part of the roster in terms of performances. But the key players for both of these teams, that's going to be Aldrin versus HDZ. Stats on Aldrin just a little bit better, but given that HDZ is coming from the West, the lower stats not necessarily speaking for itself. It really just comes down to who can outgun each other.
Aldrin again, up against HTZ. The head-to-head.
Head-to-head.
The sniper head-to-head. We had this as well in our first match of the day, Baisha versus Evolution Power. Those two snipers in the head-to-head match. Certainly key players. Subbase Mexico banned away Ankara, the first pick.
Are we about to see Eagle Eye come through as Black Widow actually gets picked up by Macta as a second map. Compound, Eagle Eye banned out. That leaves Port as our last map. Surprising enough, you don't get to see any Eagle Eyes so far.
Ankara Black Widow Port. Once again, you see that these teams, in terms of dominating the region, obviously Pacific Macta has had a easy time of that. unKnights a little bit more competitive, but certainly have a really nice win rate here on Ankara 8-1. So we'll see if it works out for them here on this first map.
Yeah, and it looks like the players are more than ready to kick things off for match number 3. unKnights versus Pacific Macta, and Pacific Macta versus unKnights. We're going to be kicking things off into Ankara, our map number 1, once all of the players are ready. The lobby is ready, but keep in mind, HTZ versus Aldrin, Aldrin versus HTZ. Who will come out on top and which team will be able to beat the other team? That is going to be the viewpoint, so keep that in mind. And let's kick right into map number 1, which is going to be Ankara.
Yeah, Ankara, a favorite of many a player, and just feels like kind of that basic, straightforward map that a lot of players and teams don't mind playing on, and everybody's got tons of experience on this map, of course. It's been around for a very long time, so just always ends up slipping past the first round of bans, you know? It's not one of those maps that's very divisive in terms of, okay, one team is really strong, but then another team is really weak on this one. Generally, I mean, there are edge cases, especially compared to maps such as Subbase, right, which did get banned, or Eagle Eye, another one of those. So we see Ankara again for our first map, and it is going to be Pacific Macta here in mid, looking for a B bottom push potentially. They do have ZYK outside of office, maybe looking to bolster.
Wow, collateral damage as HTZ with the arm shot will find a double onto Aldrin and Revenge. Almost make them third as he does with it, but he's going to be able to flash the angle off and rotate back towards a safer spot.
I told you, you don't want to find yourself on the opposite end of HTZ's sniper rifle. I was not joking, but I didn't think there would be two people at the end of it for his first kill and second kill at the same time. Here comes ZYK pushing into office. Pietro going to make quick work of him. Now, a bit of a push here onto B. Meanwhile, there's some guys on A still from the side of unKnights. This plant is maybe still going to happen, but Justin is nearly going to go down, and he's being surrounded at this point in time. So down he will go. It is a flawless first round here to the side of unKnights.
unKnights will be successfully first round boxing in Justin, like you've seen in the replay. But going into round number 2, Pacific Macta looking to find their first round of their own, as well as going to start bringing players out towards A while having players looking down towards middle. But the nade stag is going to tick away. Chip his nails a little bit on towards Justin, and no major damage has been received. But in the meantime, unKnights are going to be playing pretty default as well, playing the very default spots on towards the bomb site, under the staircase, the typical crossfire lineup you could possibly say.
I mean, sometimes people play like a little bit forward at air duct or like on the right corner, right inside the door. But as you're mentioning, this is kind of the stock standard that you generally see. You also get that one guy in office for some extra info out towards on the right side of the map. It does leave mid a little bit open, but generally teams aren't going to send 5 guys into mid, and even if they do, it doesn't make for an easy entry onto either of the sites. So generally feels okay to leave mid open. Maybe one guy can watch it, as we do see Beck is kind of handling that. But as I say that, he's going to handle a bullet from Revenge.
And down goes Beck. That's going to be 5-on-4 as unKnights is going to lose a player, and Pietro holding the corner is going to swing out, get a spray down onto ZYK, but Algin is there to trade him out. It's going to be down to a 4-on-3 with Pacific Macta still with a man advantage. HTZ back gets one. Let's get Summel, but Algin quick enough to react. Is going to find a quick headshot. And B is completely wide open for Pacific Macta to get the plant through. And leaves MKZ and Kiko to the 2v3 clutch here. As both of these players still holding onto the A bomb site. Once the bomb gets planted, now they realize it was B after all. And even Spawn being completely controlled as Justin posts himself all the way in the back. It's going to be a tough one for unKnights to come through.
There's a lot of different angles to check, but it's not impossible. Trying to swing the corners, Kiko, but it is Justin to take him down. And eventually Pacific Macta get across the line. So nice strike back from them. Saw an early pick off and then HDZ trying to get aggressive in mid, but not quite able to claw themselves back, and the round was unKnights. So here we are at a tie score. Pacific Macta on the board.
1-2-1 indeed is for the score. MKZ was swinging out a little bit wide, going a little aggressive towards Vents, but does get to fall back without losing much health. And PA sure does take a bullet to his feet and fall back without dying. In the meantime, Pacific Macta is going to be playing this one out pretty slow in comparison to the last couple of rounds, only posting Justin out towards the end, and the rest of the players just kind of just watching any possible aggressive pushes coming out from unKnights.
And we do see that it's kind of just stock standard once again from unKnights. Not going to go for any aggressive pushes at this point in time, just the one dude out there. I believe that's Pietro that consistently holds down that angle. Big group up here in mid from Pacific Macta. Maybe looking for that mid push I was talking about. That's not exactly the best feeling. Could also look to poke underneath, as we do have Revenge trying to clear out all those angles. This time around, there isn't HDZ to shoot two people at the same time.
HTZ, though, is going to be able to find one with a pistol after getting flashed. He's going to tap out Algin from the lobby. And all of a sudden, Pacific Macta stuck in middle, trying to figure out where to go next. And is going to be gathering themselves outside of a bomb site. But, surprisingly enough, like that last round, MKZ and Kiko did not rotate out. So it's going to be a 2-on-4 take. And unKnights hold this one down. The setup is now thrown out. The default holding positions of MKZ. Can he gun down more players? Justin's going to find MKZ, and Kiko's going to find location to come through for the rotation from the back. It's going to take down Revenge, but Enva will take down Beck. Down to a 2-on-2, but ZYK sitting on a sliver of health. Doesn't matter because Enva from the back in the bomb site is going to find Pietro looking the wrong direction. Down to the hands of HTZ. 1v2 on a dream. He's going to tap out one, and he's going to tap out two. A triple kill for this guy, and unKnights is going to pick up that second round that they needed. It's going to be 2-1 for the score.
Yeah, he kind of sneakily got onto the site, and it didn't look like they knew exactly where he was. Maybe some sound made, but still at the same time, not quite able to do it now. A push out here from unKnights. Trying to get in their face, trying to up the tempo just a little bit, but you see that Pacific Macta have read the situation. They have backed away, but they're going to re-peek it, and MKZ already takes down MBA. Now a bit of a back and forth. Really nice flash to open that one up. Beck looking for it once again. He gets one. Kiko's here as well. And that's going to end up in a 2 versus 2. Make that 2v1 now as Kiko alone, able to trade back himself once again. And now we got ourselves a straight up 1v1.
1v1, Kiko. Any sneeze in his face is going to take him out as sitting at 12 HP. But the vent fight is going to be Kiko coming out on top. His Revenge was hopping through those vents, and Kiko was able to spot him out first and just gun him down easily as unKnights is going to pick up their third. It's going to be 3-2-1.
Yeah, Kiko doing a great job. Gets the long-range kill in mid, and then he is able to clutch it out there at the end. So without him, would not have gotten it done. And now HDZ. This guy is already on a tear. 7 kills here in the first 5 rounds. And he's able to get that first pick already for his team.
HDZ was usually playing down towards the B bomb site, but this time around he did come down towards A. get the early frag, opening frag, and then he fell right back towards B. So unfortunately for Pacific Macta, they will lose a player, but looks like the vent push is coming through. MKZ though is gonna start sliding and find the headshot to Enva before getting taken out. And Kiko on top of the bomb site's gonna find the kill onto ZYK as well, but Revenge was there to him down. But the rotation is now coming through for unKnights. 3v2, the bomb still not being planted yet. I don't know what Pacific Macta wants to do as the clock is starting to burn down and the rest of unKnights are waiting right by spawn.
Yeah, they're just waiting to see if a plant's going to come through, as now it will. They're going to hear that one going down. It's now a flash over the top. They still have a lot of utility. Revenge is just up against the wall. As he has snuck in there, he picks up 2. He's not going to get back, though, right at the end. A very sneaky situation. That kind of happened because he got flashed, which was kind of funny, but at the end of the day, it's still going to be a win here to the side of unKnights. Now 4-1 in the lead.
4-1 in the lead indeed, and a score that you do not expect when the top teams of West and Philippines go against each other. But for now, unKnights definitely getting the better of themselves, and some early smokes and flashes being out. MKZ though, he tried to swing out to the vents and get some early opening frags like HTZ did, but he's not going to find a kill. He has the ball back right away. But NATO is going to chip away a bit more health from Aldrin. It's not the majority of damage put to you, but it does make you feel a little bit bad, a little bit worse. So we'll have to wait and see what Pacific Macta wants to do. They're still lingering outside of A. Did not work out last time, so are they willing to rotate this one down towards middle, or are they willing to flank it down towards B and middle?
Yeah, I mean, in terms of strategy, we do see that Pacific Macta certainly have a specific flavor, right? I mean, a lot of waiting around mid, you know, peeking underneath B. And they got hit a couple of times by HDZ, so I can understand why they're not feeling entirely confident about this angle. But they're going to try it again, or at least just clear it out. They might not push in here. But as we can see, decent stack from unKnights onto A, which is where the majority of the hits have come from the side of Pacific Macta. So trying to get ahead of that. But we got a smoke down mid right where HDZ is watching. We'll see if they do commit through here.
Revenge is going to start clearing the corners with the AWM of his own. The rotation from Kiko is coming through, so they could be hit from the back anytime soon. 44 seconds, and they're going to be running in. Macta just opens up on towards HTZ, but Kiko does find the headshot at the end of the day. Aldrin, though, is going to take down Kiko as a refrag, and Enva will take out Beck to open up the bomb site. And that leaves B completely open. Down to the hands of Pietro and MKZ to go for the retake. 2v4. Tough ask, especially with some utils left onto the hands of Pacific Macta.
Yeah, Aldrin playing boxes. We got Pietro trying to come in here. His buddy's going underneath. At the same time, MKZ, a lot of fragging coming out from Pietro, but he's not able to take anyone down. So MKZ, 17 seconds. It looks like he is going to send it up towards the stairs, but you got to clear out 3 angles, and you got to get it defused. It is too much to ask. Pacific Macta will get their second round.
Yeah, like you've said, Ankara definitely one of the less lopsided maps, more balanced, I would say, between Global Risk and Blacklist side. And this comes to show that Pacific Macta is starting to, they started to get the hang of the Blacklist side and started to take some rounds. But as I say that, HTC just puts more hurt into Justin, arms him out from A long here. Looks like HTZ just loves to go for that early aggressive opening picks, and it's been working out for him twice in a row.
Yeah, as you mentioned, if it's working, I mean, you might as well. There's really no punish coming out from the side of Pacific Macta. Revenge not able to get revenge for that.
See what you did there?
Yeah, it's very clever. You're asking for it with a name like Revenge, I guess. So down goes the one guy, and now Pacific Macta, this is what they have been doing. You go down a member, you say, okay, they're probably not going to stack A. There's only 2 guys here generally. Maybe we can find our way in pretty cleanly. There's some noise being made. They can hear some of the unKnights guys in there. Oh, that hit him in the hands. That's not going to be the kill, but they do get him eventually. Meanwhile, MKZ holding down the back of the site. That nade is going to get some great damage done, and ZYK will pick up another kill.
MKZ did buy enough time for the rest of unKnights to rotate in as Beck arrived in time. Does find the kill onto ZYK, leaving Revenge all alone. Looks like the C4 has not been spotted out, hence is why the rest of the team kind of rotated in down towards middle, trying to hear for sounds down towards B. But this allows Revenge to go for the bomb plan. Does turn the board around a little bit, as now Global Risk has to play against the timer. Flashes out, has a nade to work with. 29 seconds and ticking. Revenge is going to get tapped out by Pietro. And unKnights is going to continue building up their lead. It's going to be 5-2 on the scoreboard.
Yeah, 5-2. Very strong GR side of Ankara. And they have really taken the wind out of the sails of Pacific Macta. Haven't gotten any kind of momentum here on the attacker side. Trying to get something done. So there's definitely going to have to see some kind of mix-up. I wouldn't mind seeing Pacific Macta trying to get a bit more aggressive. That's not really their MO. But a man can dream, I suppose. And, you know, now HTZ, I mean, he's taking liberties, right? He's poking out of A. Now he's in mid. He's just going every which way. He's got smokes to help him out. And essentially just go wherever you want and look for picks, and that's always going to help you from the GR side if you feel like you can do whatever you want, as now Revenge is going to take a huge amount of damage from him.
Leave this man alone. HTZ, he's been free roaming around the map, almost like a zero top in soccer, right? Like, or false nine, so to speak. You know, like, you don't know who is going to be pushing out, where they're going to be pushing out, but one fact is that it's going to be HTZ to be pushing out. So.
Yeah.
For Pacific Macta, they have to really worry about these early aggressions coming out because they've been losing players after players. But see with a pistol and duel, but Justin punishes him. Rifle versus pistol. Rifle comes out on top. I mean, it would be surprising if a pistol comes out on top of a rifle. So it's going to be unKnights losing a player to begin the round here. Minute left on the clock, and Pacific Macta finally recovers the C4 that was lingering outside of spawn. And what are they opting out to do? Are they going to be going down towards A, or are they going to rotate in down towards middle and try to go for that B push, which did work out in the last couple rounds?
Yeah, I mean, they're going to get this pick off on a Pietro who has been in the same spot all map long, so that's a nice collapse onto him and understanding of where he's probably going to be spotted. So they take him down, and now Beck has got it all to do. I mean, he's going to run into office probably where Justin is. He gets the one kill.
C4.
That is the C4. You are right. Beck does go down. There should be enough time to pick up the C4 and get onto the B site anyway.
Yeah, I mean, had Beck not died, had he held office down, then it just might have been enough time for unKnights to rotate in, or even just burn all the clock for Macta to not plant. But at the end of the day, Beck did go down. Beck sees all the work for MPZ. It's going to be Enva with a double kill to take down both players from unKnights, and it's going to be 5-on-3 on the scoreboard with last round remaining of the first half.
Yeah, last round remaining, we might get another 5-4 half. I mean, kind of makes sense when all the teams are very closely matched, but also pretty surprising to have it happen almost every time. We'll see if unKnights can mix that up and potentially take a bigger lead here in the first half.
6-3, we say?
Yeah, we have had that once. Ankara House over Vasco. It took them winning 6 rounds in a row. That happened in the match just before this one.
Going into the final round of the first half, we're going to be looking at Justin kind of poking, prodding in towards middle. Just worried about where HCZ could be possibly at. And for now, no major actions happening right now, as we only have Enva kind of just overwatching vents out towards A, lurking it, and rest of Pacific Macta trying to gain control of mid. Pitro's gonna start looking down towards connector, but he's down. Oh, I don't know if that's a good idea. Well, or it's a good idea if you can just tap heads after heads. Doesn't matter if you're sitting at 49. You could be 1 HP and tap somebody's head out, and you'll be fine at the end of the day.
Yeah. Ends up being fine. Proves that age is just a number as well. Pietro, been around forever, it feels like. And he can still pull off some crazy plays.
Good news for us oldies.
Yeah. And he can lead his team fantastically to big wins. So here he is, making plays. leading his team. And now, again, Macta trying to make this play onto A once they go down a member. A little bit predictable at this point, but do see that Kiko and MKT ready in position. MKT is going to drop the spray. Kiko as well, only picking up one on that kill. So now we got a bunch of flashes over the top, and it's just going to have to be unKnights ditching the site for now.
23 seconds and the bomb gets planted with a couple smokes being thrown out towards the spawn connector. 3-on-3, the retake may as well be pretty possible as HDZ still holds onto a frag grenade. If that lands onto any of the players, that will put so much hurt into them. 24 seconds and ticking, and they're going to have to send the go sign anytime soon. The nade is out. Flash is out, but Justin's going to be able to find the headshot engage. Vec goes down to Algin as well, leaving HDZ all alone. He did clutch it up last round, but there's not enough time on the clock. UIK swinging from the backside as he crawls up the staircase. Secures around for Pacific Macta, and looks like we have yet another 5-4 half.
5-4 half, unKnights in the lead from the Global Risk side, but now we're gonna go to the other side here, and we'll see if unKnights have as strong of a blacklist side. Not 100% sure. I feel like that entry was pretty good from the side of Pacific Macta, and that's why they continuously go for those A pushes, even after losing a member, but definitely still a little bit worrying that unKnights weren't quite able to land those sprays, especially when they knew it was coming. So we'll see if they can get some really nice plays here from the blacklist side to secure this map. Or if Pacific Macta are just going to come ahead.
Pacific Macta, they're going to try to hold on to the bomb sites, where unKnights now looking to break through the defense. And the real question is, do they have the breaking force to get through the defense and go into the bomb sites? Because for Pacific Macta, they showed that they were capable of doing so, going through vents. It looked like it was impossible until ZYK just completely wiped down the whole team by himself. But in the meantime, the clock did run down towards minute 30-second mark. Looks like unKnights is going to be tossing out a couple nades here and there to test the water, but so far, nothing really hitting, nothing really just working out for them so far. As the clock continues to burn down towards the minute mark, and it looks like A may be of their choice of attack, held down by MVA and Justin.
You see ZYK getting a huge flank right now. He's going to say, okay, nobody's in mid, and I don't see anyone. And he's going to get a kill before this push is even coming in. The rotation already came over to A. Meanwhile, the flank is coming in, and nobody on the side of unKnights can do anything. HDZ being flanked from 7 different angles. And that was shut down excellently. ZYK getting the info and getting Pacific Macta the round.
Yeah, sometimes the aggressive playstyle from the Asian region really pays off dividends. Like, had any unKnight players watched the B-long push, then ZYK would then be anyways, but apparently nobody was there, and ZYK was able to gain that valuable information to send all the rest of his teammates down towards A. He himself finding a piece as well. Flank down all the way towards the smoke. Oh. Revenge, though, with a huge call to HTZ through the smoke. Is going to open things right up in favor for his own team.
Yeah, that is pretty huge. And guess what? unKnights say, okay, you got one pick off. Maybe we're just going to push on A, but look at what Pacific Macta does. They got 3 people on this site. NBA, he just looks away from the flash, and it's an easy cleanup once again. 4 people going down. Pacific Macta making quick work of them.
That A push was a slaughterhouse for Pacific Macta to just farm kills. The smoke was still not dissipated, and the flashbangs were not quite there to completely blind out the players that was holding onto the bomb site. And the crossfire apparently worked out perfectly. Now moving into round number 12. We do see ZYK still going out a little bit aggressive. Beck swung out, but he does go down to the spray down. And all of a sudden, unKnights completely put on halt, for their aggression has to figure something out to find an offensive angle to break through the defense. As ZYK continues to put the damage in, he swings out even wider, all the way in towards the area which is considered to be the area ground real estate of unKnights.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, Beck, he tries to say, okay, there's one person here. You guys can probably swing on him, but ZYK, he just got a fantastic angle afterwards that they were not expecting, and he's able to pick up 2 just like that. So the aggressive info play from the side of unKnights does not pay off, and now MVA gonna get aggressive himself, takes down one. That's only gonna leave 2 left here on the side of unKnights. Make that one. MKZ all by his lonesome. He's got a bomb and a dream. Is he going to go towards the safe side? Looks like he will. That's a nice little one tap onto Justin, but that is going to be the only tap. As 3 rounds now go in favor of Pacific Macta, 7-5.
unKnights now, they really have to start catching up onto the momentum, because otherwise they're only 2 rounds away from giving up the map point. Revenge out in middle, takes a bunch with the nade coming his way, but he does end up finding a kill, and now wielding a pistol. Not gonna happen, as HTZ will put the bullet to end his life there. Down 4-on-4, and in a blink of an eye, Beck did slide all the way through, and MVA pushed out all the way from A. Apparently he was held down. Beck, though, while trying to send his flank in, ZYK in the bomb site was easily gonna pick him out from the lobby. Down 3-on-4. With the rest of unKnights now, no choice but to gather outside of A. But look what Pacific Macta is doing, sending Justin out towards vents and having MVA in the connector. The moment they run into it, it's gonna be yet another revision of the previous slaughterhouse.
Yeah, we'll see if it does work out for them. MVA's coming on in, and okay, CZ not gonna hit the snipe, but that's fine. Hits the pistol shot. Meanwhile, a couple of other members are already going over towards B. And now Aldrin and his team are like, why is that sniper out there on A long? Where are they actually coming in? Maybe we should spread out a bit. There's still a lot of time here in this round with a minute left. But as we know, it looks like they are looking towards B from the side of unKnights with the C4 over on this side of the map.
HTZ now trying to come in down towards middle, where ZYK is holding. And the angle that ZYK is holding is very only so slight, and there we go. The shots are being fired, and he ends up taking the kill there. Make that a double for this guy. Now, down to Kiko. ZYK holds it down by himself, single-handedly defending the bomb site. 3 kills for this guy, and 16 kills for him. He is lifting the heavyweights for his team right now.
Yeah, he really is. Pacific Macta looking brilliant here on the GR side. They have not dropped a single map. It's 4 in a row, and unKnights continue, one by one getting picked off. And ooh, they're going to take a big grenade to the face. Will Pietro is now coming in quickly onto A. MVA able to trade 1 for 1. Justin looking to hold down the top of the site. Another grenade. Gonna hit the front of the team. Pietro did take a bit of damage. Meanwhile, they are going to get onto this A site.
They're going to get the bomb planted at the time, and now taking it down. We do have ZYK on the flank here. And we also have Justin kind of providing support from Connector. Also sending Aldrin out towards the blacklist side of the map. HTZ now wielding a rifle instead of an AWM is going to hold onto the angle here. Looks like it might be a vents push with Revenge coming towards the spawn area. 4v4 action begins now. Kiko, this final kill gets traded out by Aldrin. Aldrin swings in, finds a double of his own, make that 3 for this guy.
They have time. They have time. They're gonna get this defused just barely. Look at this, 0.1.
0.13.
The defuse comes in, and Pacific Macta just barely clear out the site, and they take another round in a row.
9-5 on the scoreboard, and Aldrin showing why he's the key player of this team, clutches it out. 3 kills for him. Madman playstyle as he delivers those damages right towards the face of unKnights.
Yeah, the sweep of that site came in so late that I wasn't sure that they would get the defuse or even get the kills, right? It felt a little bit too obvious, but they just hit their shots, man. That was an excellent retake on the post plat. Now here they come once again. ZYK has been so good at holding down this angle. Looking for another double kill for himself, perhaps. Even eating a grenade for his troubles. But he did more damage to the side of Kiko. No, it was actually Beck over on that side of the map.
Total damage inflicted. ZYK wins over Beck or MKZ or any of the players out there. But 9-5. unKnights at risk of losing map number 1. is going to be sending players down towards A, which is only held down by MVA.
Yeah, MVA, it's kind of interesting that he has been left alone after all of that, but Justin now able to rotate on over. And there's the information for MVA. He's going to slowly back away and look to hold this one.
Classic off angle pays off dividends. MVA picks up a quick double kill after getting traded out by MKZ. Justin from staircase swings out, gets a kill of his own. Now Kiko trying to jiggle big right through the stairs. Justin's not going to let that happen as he finds a double kill of his own, leaving Beck all alone with 10 HP on a Dream. The C4 down right in front of the bomb site to make things even worse. Revenge though spotted out. Beck going into vents. Everyone's eyes looking right towards Beck, and there we go. Justin finds a triple kill for himself, and that will be map number 1 going towards Pacific. Macta 10-5.
Yeah, you can see they were really happy there after that victory. They totally shut it down after moving